Could we have roll call, please?
Bow,
Here.
Gary,
Here.
Carlin,
Here.
Nortop,
Here.
Pat, Tazak, and Suda.
Present. We do have a quorum. If everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda this evening is the approval of the minutes from our meeting that was held back on the 7th of November. Does anybody have any questions, comments?
Move to approve.
Second? Just one comment. I thought they were very well done. There was a lot of activity to cover, and well done. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a final subdivision plat for 1001 Tri-State Parkway.
Centerpoint Properties is seeking to consolidate 12 existing sliver lots within the Grand Tri-State Business Park, which will include the vacation of a water main easement and dedication of a new water main easement. The subject property includes lots 35 through 46 in the Tri-State Business Park, Unit 1, and consists of approximately 9.9 acres zoned I-2 general industrial with a special use permit for an office industrial park. All public improvements are either in place or will be installed as part of the subdivision, and therefore no relief is requested. The engineering department is recommending approval of this final plat.
Okay, and it's just the lot line thing is all it amounts to, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Just one
Yeah.
question. This is empty land right now, isn't it? There's nothing there.
That's correct, right?
Yeah.
There's no.
It's empty
nothing
land,
on
it's
this
vacant
property.
land.
No, it's under construction right now,
Oh, it is?
the building.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. That's what I was debating when I drove by. Go ahead. Just my own information.
Okay,
No issue with it.
all right. In this particular case, we are making a recommendation to the board, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So a motion, yes, Dave?
I move that we forward a favorable recommendation for the re-subdivision as submitted.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
A second.
Second by Mr. Bow. Any discussion? Do we have roll call, please?
Bow,
Aye.
Garrity,
Aye.
McFarland,
Aye.
Nortop,
Aye.
and Sula.
Aye, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a public hearing for a special use permit for the Christian Fellowship Flock. Clara?
Yep. Christian Fellowship Block Waukegan is seeking a special use permit to allow the establishment of a place of worship at 3900 Washington Street, Suite L. The subject property is zoned I-2 and C2 PUD, general industrial and community commercial as a planned unit development. A special use permit is required for a place of worship to occupy the approximately 5,200 square foot space within the multi-tenant Washington Crossing building. In total, the building contains 28,051 square feet of space. As a multi-tenant commercial development, our parking code requires the site to have 140 parking spaces, and the site currently has 156. If parking was determined by breaking up each individual use within the building, then a lodge, meeting hall, assembly use of this size would require 86 parking spaces alone. The number of required parking spaces can be modified should it be determined that, in this particular case, the nature of the use would justify such action. As with all special use permit petitions, the Planning and Zoning Board will make a recommendation that will be forwarded to the Village Board for their determination. The petitioner is in attendance to present his plans and answer any questions the board may have.
Okay, thank you. As this particular matter is a public hearing, I would request anybody from the petitioner or members of the public who intend to make statements or give testimony, please stand and be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Sure. My name is Pastor Asa Jurina. I'm the senior pastor of Christian Fellowship Flock. My ministry
just seeking to move our current location to Gurnee because of the space that we currently have. It's small. We believe that 3900 Washington is an adequate space for the ministry operations that we want to have. Typically, the bulk of our attendance and the bulk of our activities is going to happen on a Sunday morning between the hours of 11 and 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Throughout the week, during the day, there's no office time or office hours at that particular location. What we would do is have evening classes. On Mondays, we'll have like an evening music class for people that want to learn how to play an instrument. Tuesdays, the facility will be closed because it's our time off to go to the movies. On Wednesdays, we have a prayer service from 7 to 8, and from 8 to 9, we'll have music practice. Thursdays, there's youth services between the hours of 6:30 and 8:30. Fridays, there's just special events, but nothing ongoing on Friday. The same thing for Saturday, and again, the bulk of the activity is going to happen on a Sunday morning between the hours of 11 and 1:30 in the afternoon. So we have worked with the owner to kind of look at the space and notify it that best fits the needs of our ministry, and we're just before the board to see if we can get consideration for the special needs.
Okay, before I open it up to other questions, how many people generally are in attendance at those various activities?
Adults is about 90, with children is about, it could go up to 130, 150, depending on who comes, with the exception, of course, Christmas and Easter.
Any other questions from members of the Planning and Zoning Board?
A question.
Yes, Tim.
Is it only one service, or how many services on a Sunday?
On a Sunday, it's just one Sunday.
So when we're saying 90 adults, how many children again you said?
With the children, it'll be about 130, 150.
Okay, so that's not multiple services, it's
No,
one?
that's just
Okay.
on that time slot.
Okay.
Yes.
So, in looking at the hours of operation on Sundays, there's only one tenant there that has any hours on Sundays. So on Sundays, it looks like the lot would be basically empty except for busy customers. So I would think the park, that would pretty much give you a good shot at the park.
I would just add, as someone on a church board, your busiest day is Sunday. Your music lessons, your church meetings, or anything else that you have is going to be maybe 10 or 15% usage during the week.
And those are probably at 6 or 7 in the evening, right?
Correct.
Yeah, which again, your place is empty.
Okay. For the Sunday school stuff, can you describe what your drop-off and pickup procedures are?
Sure. What we were thinking for this particular place, basically we'll have some ushers in the parking lot, and as people park, we will escort them inside the building. So families come together and participate of the services. Because of the facility is 5,000 plus square feet, we have been able to open the space so we can have rooms inside of the same facility without anyone having to go outside. Although there's adequate entrance if need be as well. But in terms of dropping off and picking up, it'll be with our ushering team and our equipment and our people assisting the people that will come.
So are your Sunday school programs during the same time as the service, or is it like a Sunday school before and then service afterwards?
It's all at the same time.
It's all at the same time.
All at the same
So there isn't a situation where parents are dropping off their kids and then coming back later to either meet them for the service or take them home?
No, that only happens during the week on Monday nights or on the youth services on Thursday nights.
Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay, I want to open the floor to the public if there's anybody from the public that would care to ask a question. Okay, I'm going to close the floor to the public. Any other discussion?
Yeah, I was just going to make a comment that, the request here is not unprecedented. We've had, similar types of churches set up in Gurnee before and other, retail-oriented type strip centers that have been able to function and be successful. So I don't think the request is outside of the ordinary based on what we've experienced here in the village before. And when we measure against the standards that we're asked to, as to whether it meets those standards for special use permit, and if they need to be read into the record, we could, but it is my feeling anyway, examining those standards, that this meets those standards for special use.
I concur, and given that there's virtual no overlap with the other tenants in the complex, I'm not thinking that traffic is going to be, or parking capacity is going to be that big of an issue.
I agree.
Any other comments? Is anyone willing, in this case, we're making an advisory motion to the village board.
So I'll go ahead and make a motion.
Okay, Tim?
Motion to forward a favorable motion or favorable approval for a Christian Fellowship Flock special use permit to allow establishment of place of worship, 3900 Washington Street, Suite L.
Second.
As presented.
As presented.
Okay. I have a second. Any other discussion? A roll call, please.
Bao. Aye. Garrity.
Aye.
McFarland.
Aye.
Nordentoff.
Aye.
And Sula.
Aye, motion carries. As you're probably aware of the process, we make a recommendation to the village board. The village board has the ultimate authority on the request, and Clara will keep you posted in terms of when the village board will be hearing it. Okay, good. Good. Welcome
luck.
back to town. Next meeting is scheduled for December 19th. Does it look like we're going to have one?
Yes.
Okay.
There will be a public hearing.
Okay.
Who's that, the Grinch?
Now, what's the topic? Can you-
It's a variance for a shed, a residential variance.
Okay.
The Grinch will be presented.
Is there Christmas or is our holiday party right after that?
Yeah, right.
Shed, actually.
Wait a minute, I have to open the floor to public comment first. Anybody care to make some comment about something we didn't talk about? Okay, close the floor to public comment. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, everyone.
I remember the